You usually have it almost, it comes to like a triangle point, if you will, if not multiple different, like almost like a spider web looking off when you have those pressure cuts, folks.
Yeah, they do really create that kind of like a triangle shape. It's kind of pretty interesting to watch, to see, you know.
Certainly. Not fun to have them. But
no, not fun to have.
For the spectator side of things, you know, we're all here for the hostilities, right?
Yeah, 100%. Man, I've seen some nasty cuts up close, you know, being around the fight game, man. They can get pretty gnarly.
Oh, certainly. I mean, I've been sitting here at the broadcast table where I'm showered in blood by the end of the fight.
Yeah.
I think it was in a King of Sparta fight, but it was in the main event, and Dustin Jacoby versus Cody East was the bloodiest fight that I have ever been around.
I remember that fight. I mean,
anybody within a 10-foot radius of the cage that night was splattered.
Yeah, that was a crazy fight. And now what you're saying with these guys, because they have double-digit fights, now they can fight without shin pads, and now they can really cause damage with those kicks.
Certainly. And that's a beautiful observation right there, Rafa. And both of these guys right now, strong clinch work. You're seeing that rotation where you see, you know, and a little bit of a dump right there on the head, but, you know, it happens.
Yeah, it happens.
It happens. You know, I mean, they're both going with a head full of steam with a lot of momentum, and just sometimes limbs get caught up over each other.
Yeah, and sometimes it's tossing and turning like that, and you kind of get into these weird scrambles where you end up in that kind of position.
It looked like that right hand from Htoo connected.
Yeah, it looked like it to me as well.
Devon Scott needs to rotate and get his back off of the ropes right now. Get himself free from the clinch, do some damage off of the break.
Those knees are nice. And again, I would really like to see some of these guys try to use their kicks a little bit more now that they don't have shin pads and stuff, you know?
Definitely. And I think right on command, as you started saying, we saw them offer with the lower half at the very end of the round.
A little bit, yeah, but I think now is the time to start head kicking more.
Agreed. Pretty even first round of action right there for the first 120 seconds that are off. How do you see it so far?
Pretty close ground. I kind of feel like I could go either way. I do feel like Scott started taking over towards the end, though.
Agreed. If you're in the Rad Muay Thai corner over there, what are you offering to December 2?
I think actually stop playing in the clinch so much. I think play from a little bit longer range, find your jab, find your team, and then try to push Scott back a little bit. It looks to me like Scott has a little bit of the reach advantage, so I think you want to push him back, put him in a corner where he can't really use his reach as well.
Great points right there.
But again, going straight into the clinch.
Yep, goes straight back to the clinch. He's looking to sweep him off of it.
Yeah, he's doing a good job tripping and finding some knees and stuff.
He did land a couple of knees to the body hard, but we're seeing Devon Scott return fire and finding success, especially with that right hand. That was beautiful right there. He parried the jab and came with the right hand right behind
super
it.
Nice, super nice. Oh, a nice knee. I would like to see Scott start using that inside leg kick. I think it's going to be open for him. Oh, nice.
I do like those knees like that, though. That knee to the body was beautiful.
That was super nice.
And that is a legitimate knockdown right there, folks.
That's what I'm saying. I think, too, it's not that he's not doing good in the clinch, but I just feel like Scott's doing the better work. So I'd like to see him start avoiding the clinch a little bit.
And interesting, we didn't see a count. But I thought that was a knockdown to the body.
It looked like a knockdown to me, too, but I guess the ref had probably a better vantage point than me. That was a beautiful 1-1-2. Oh, a nice knee. Oh,
that's a knockdown right there. That's a beautiful shot right to the solar plexus.
And the setup was really nice. He feinted his rear side to step in with that left knee. Really, really nice setup. And he's still hurt. If I'm Scott, I'm just jumping on him right away.
And just as you would imagine a veteran coach say, you see Sean Madden instruct his fighter to march forward. His fighter is in the strong position right now with his opponent hurt. He wants to see him put the foot on the gas and go for the kill.
I would like to see him use his rear teep to the Oh, there's another one. Beautiful.
Those knees to the body are incredibly damaging right now from Devon Scott.
And again,
this might be it right here. This might be it right here, folks. We are in the waning seconds of the count. Will December 2 answer? And that is it. We have a knockout for Devon Scott.
What a great finish. And I think you're right. I think that first drop that wasn't considered a countdown, I think that was from the body. And that's why I think they just kept hurting him, because he was hurt from that original point right there.
And I think that a lot of the setup that you mentioned early on for Devon Scott were what ultimately paid dividends for him in the long run. He used that march tactic coming from the rear side and was able to find those knees once they were up in tight range, and there was just no answer from December 2 for those knees.
Yeah, he did a really good job. And man, it's tough, man. You get dropped to the body, it's tough to recover from that in such a short period of time, you know?
Absolutely, and we have December 2 finally up to his feet right now. Glad to see that he's able to make it to his feet and get out of the ring on his own volition. Just by the look of it, he might have some potential structural damage to the ribs.
Yeah, it could be that, you know. It looked like he hit him in the sternum, which is a super sensitive spot too. So correct. It could have just been that. Hopefully, no ribs are hurt, but it could also be a rib, like you pointed out.
Fighters to the center of the ring, please.
And for our official decision,
in the matter of about 15, with a TKO, fighting out of the red corner, Devon Scott.